a car that has shaken the motorsports industry to its core. Timed to celebrate Ferrari's 40th anniversary, this Ferrari, bearing the apropos designation F40, was the last Ferrari automobile personally approved by Enzo Ferrari and made under the supervision of the Commendatore himself. The result is an aggressive car with animalistic behavior, a stripped-down interior befitting its obvious racing heritage. Brutal and uncompromising. A car that has since become the epitome of Ferrari's brand identity. A car that still is, in the heart of many, the greatest sports car ever made. And again, at the time, the fastest Ferrari ever created. This is a machine that has a mind of her own. Talk to her, listen to her, find your common ground. You'll get one of the best driving experiences of your life. You two had a deep conversation out there. Very well. This is how you make history. I believe that you're now expected at the Hanauma racetrack. But first, let's get there with panache. Another special car is waiting for you.
When you ask people which is one of the most iconic cars that people remember, I think the Testarossa is definitely among these cars here. The technology that is inside, easily distinguishable from the side which has the fins. It is one of those cars that everybody remembers. Testarossa is very simple. Translated from Italian is testa, head, rossa, red, so the red head.
Testarossa was quite the celebrity in her time. Movies, TV shows, magazines, and even video games, the Testarossa was everywhere, appealing to kids and adults alike. With its angular design, minimalistic look, and signature side air intakes, this car was a poster child for aerodynamics. To be precise, the exact model Motorfest has put in your hands is the 1991 re-engineered version of the Testarossa, introduced as the 512 TR, featuring a redesigned interior and a refined exterior to improve its already spectacular lines. It looks like you're getting the perfect stretches of road between Maui and Oahu to take the whole measure of it. Quite a breath of fresh air and nostalgia. You're here. It's time for you to get a real taste of Ferrari's racing DNA. The drive that gave birth to the supercar bloodline. And for this racing-themed experience, I went again through my archives to select not just one, but two vehicles for you to drive. One after the other. Two machines from two different eras, for two different racing experiences.
Scuderia Ferrari in our history is extremely important. Scuderia Ferrari was created in 1929, not far away from here. Enzo Ferrari himself was a driver. He started as a driver. So he created, and to stimulate the drivers, he was giving them and putting them in the best condition with the best car possible. Scuderia Ferrari was so successful. Enzo Ferrari has conquered the world from Maranello. This is an achievement which is unique and really makes the brand unique.
The Scuderia is what started it all. To understand what fuels the creation of every Ferrari ever made, especially the supercars, the racetrack is an indispensable stop. Racing cars were Enzo Ferrari's passion and obsession. This is what led him to found the Scuderia in 1929, which has played a major role in racing history. And born from this racing division, Ferrari as a brand and factory of excellence was created a few years later. Racing is what led Ferrari to create it. Cars, and eventually supercars. Without his racing spirit and passion, there would be no Ferraris as we know them. The Ferrari 365 GTB4 is the perfect vehicle for you to experience Ferrari racing as it felt back in the 70s. Before switching for a car about 45 years, its junior. There, for this second lap, you'll be driving the FXXK.
We'll get it this time.
This car is quite peculiar. Essentially a laboratory-enhanced version of LaFerrari, a supercar you'll get to meet later on. It didn't compete per se, but this insanely powerful car was used for years as an R&D test car, allowing Ferrari to collect precious data to ultimately improve their next official racing cars, as well as the supercars. A Ferrari so extreme that it can never be driven on the road, nor qualify for any kind of official competition, but it's still a racing machine through and through. The FXXK is an experiment for its makers and an experience for its drivers. Marvelous race driver. A moment I'll be thrilled to relate and store in my archives. Let's get our focus back to our supercar lineup. With the GTO, the F40, and the F50, we've covered all the Ferrari supercars born in the 20th century. We'll now get to talk about and drive the more recent 21st century supercars. Well, I'll talk, you'll drive. Let's get back to Maui. The next entry in our lineup and first supercar of the 2000s is a direct tribute to the Commendatore Enzo Ferrari. You guessed it. We're letting you get your hands on the 2002 Ferrari Enzo. And again, starting with a few words from our guest, Michele Pignati Murano.
What was the next name? The name was Enzo. Enzo Ferrari, I mean, it's the top of the names. You couldn't do anything better than that. If we look at it today, and you think it was presented in 2002, it is still a car which is modern, and it has more than 20 years, but it's still unique. It's still, everybody wants this car. There is no main evolution. It is all evolution. It's technological, it's design, it's the horsepowers we put in, everything, and that's what makes H Ferrari super.
Ferrari Enzo, fourth in the supercar bloodline, was just like her sisters before her, born from a strong desire to push supercars even further. As the first Ferrari of the century, and with a Scuderia on top of the racing world, the Enzo was meant to strike hard and set new standards for Ferrari cars, or rather, for the whole sports car industry. With the will to design, once more, nothing less than a road-legal Formula One, faster on the track but more civilized on... The uncompromising design by Pininfarina, featuring noticeable air intakes and an F1-inspired nose, gives this car her aggressive, decisive, and impressive looks, while the engine is nothing short of engineering mastery, as you'd expect. Add to that better handling, better carbon brakes, and electronics that make the car as reliable on an everyday drive as it is savage on the racetrack. The latest 21st century tech, alongside the legendary Ferrari Fury. Nothing short of a new performance benchmark. Her name alone shows how confident Ferrari was about this car. Owning one of the 399 plus one Ferrari Enzos in existence is like owning a piece of car history. Or, dare I say, like owning a piece of art. Racing heritage, luxury, and exclusivity. This is Enzo Ferrari's legacy.
It's 45 premium time. For 3 months, purchase free online.
After the beautiful tribute that was the Ferrari Enzo, the world had to wait more than 10 years to encounter a new Ferrari supercar. But eventually, the next generation arrived, and once again, caught everybody off guard. I'm talking about a car named LaFerrari, the Ferrari in English, which is currently waiting for you north of Maui. I'll let you drive there. Then we'll talk some more.
LaFerrari is the first Ferrari we have with an LaFerrari engine. Next to LaFerrari car, you won't believe that that engine is in that car. In that period, we were taking a lot of technology also from Formula One. And that's what the Ferrari is. LaFerrari is the first car, the first hybrid car, because we were taking the Formula One experience and transforming it and taking it to the road.
There it is. It's 2013. And a new supercar emerges from the Maranello factory. In an era of astonishingly intense competition, Ferrari still treated their rivals to a true tour de force, a car that reshuffled the cards yet again. The strongest naturally aspirated Ferrari V12 to date, marking Ferrari's first steps into hybrid technology. For the first time in the company's history, petrol and electric working together full-time to deliver unprecedented levels of performance. And on top of all that, LaFerrari sports an F1 kinetic energy recovery system that constantly recaptures waste energy, stores it, and converts it into bursts of power when needed. LaFerrari, some lucky people got to witness technology peak improvements at both ends of the spectrum. Higher performance, lower consumption. Glorious achievement. Civilized, but also the fastest and most exhilarating road car ever made by the prancing horse, LaFerrari. This was LaFerrari, the fifth and ultimate Ferrari supercar. Or is she? See, not so long ago, we would have called it a day on this playlist, right about here. After all, LaFerrari was the last supercar ever made, the final word in Ferrari supercars. But that's not true anymore.
What makes Ferrari so unique? It is mainly the people. The people make the difference. And as Enzo Ferrari used to say, factories are made of wall, machinery, and people. Ferrari is made of people mainly. The people and the sense of belonging to Ferrari is something I think that is difficult to find in other companies, in other places. Our brand is the only brand that has such a strong passion. thanks to the passion that is in the brand, the technology, the effort that the people put behind this brand and behind building a new car, the next one is the best.
Ferrari is a legendary sports car brand, born from the passion of a man. A passion for driving and racing, a passion for speed and competition, with the will to build cars, each one better than the last. Throughout the decades, this racing DNA never faded away. It informs every single decision made by the prancing horse. It fuels the relentless drive to explore car technology, to push it beyond and make it evolve, to design the most incredible cars in the world. Jewels of the road, champions of the racetrack. Ferrari. It is cars that have become pop culture icons. Cars that share a special bond with millions of people. Whether you own a Ferrari or not, the name Ferrari rings like no other. It impacts and fascinates children and grown-ups alike. It is part of a collective consciousness. They're modern legends, both real and mythical in a way. They're an idea of what a sports car is, in both fiction and reality. Ferrari is, and this is putting it mildly, the epitome of luxury cars. With design that combines rage and glamour, each Ferrari is a piece of art. And from the higher end of the splendor spectrum, each drive is a statement. voice of the racing spirit, pop culture phenomenon, state-of-the-art ambassador. The combination of all these attributes made Ferrari a car brand that reached millions of people and brought them together. People that have, over the decades, formed a community like no other. Devout, passionate, dedicated. Because once again, no need to own a Ferrari to be part of the Ferrari world. Through almost 80 years, Ferrari has shaped car history. And as I speak, it is shaping its future. A new chapter of the Ferrari supercar story is being written. Its title? F80.
We'll get it this time. Let's just rewind that one.
It's a challenge to keep the legacy of the Ferrari brand alive. Thanks to the passion that is in the brand, the technology, the effort that the people put behind this brand and behind building a new car, the next one is the best. I hope you enjoyed driving our cars. They are unique, but why not come to our museum and see the real thing? Come and live the dream and come to the Ferrari museums. Arrivederci.
This was our exclusive Ferrari experience. Now, time to get your reward. You've unlocked a previously locked playlist. Want to give it a shot? A new playlist experience is here. Time for some action. What is next in line?
You've got an incoming call from a certain Daddy Dog 303. I'm picking it up.
Hey, D, it's Weasel. Remember? from Dolphy Lowrider. My dude, I got a plan I think you might like. A party! A little underground racing, maybe a chance to make a few bucks.
I don't see this activity on the Motorfest lineup. Might be better to avoid engaging in such things.
Now hold on there, girl. Don't kill my buzz just yet. You guys hear me out. Listen, I ain't quit Hawaii after a little contest against them lowriders. I stuck around with a cousin of mine, did a little business, made a few deals, know what I'm saying? Anyway, my cousin overheard some folks talking about some street races that's going on right now. Thing is, when he asked them about it, they just froze and got all weird and shady. Couldn't get them to speak another word. But ain't no secret safe from me, D. I'm finna find out like that Huggy Bear brother. So that's what I did. See, the whole thing ain't part of Motorfest. They off the grid like that. Crew goes by the name of Monkey's Kitchen. That's not all. I know where they hang out, too. And I also happen to know that they'll welcome any new street rider, as long as they got a free spirit and a big BMW. Yeah, they got a thing for them European cars. What do you think? You in? Of course you are. Yeah. Carl, bring my baby D to the spot I'm sending you. That's where that Monkey's Kitchen is.
Mr. Weasel, I'm only programmed to guide festival goers to Motorfest activities.
Oh, come on now. How you gonna be like that when we try to have a good time? Be like an AIWA, know what I'm saying?
I am not sure what that means.
AI with attitude.
Oh, okay. All right, I guess. Let's find the monkeys.
Now that's what I want to hear. See you, folks. These guys, they off the grid like that. The crew goes by the name of Monkey's Kitchen.
Headstrong, sturdy, grounded down to earth, earthy, spicy, jerky, ruthless flows just dirty, machinery, murky, quirky, gangs just certain, your day people flame cop. Down here, you work it, link like up here, like a circuit, tell me show how you work it. Drip, drip, drip like an IV. Icy, cold but spicy. Drip, drip, drip like an IV. Icy, cold but spicy. Drip, drip, drip like an IV.
Man, this is dope. I'm telling you right now, you're not gonna regret this.
Another activity awaits.
These guys, they off the grid like that. The crew goes by the name of Monkey's Kitchen.
Headstrong, sturdy, grounded down to earth, earthy, spicy, jerky, rhythm flows just dirty, machinery, murky, quirky, that's just certain. The dead people flame can't burn me. Keep it, sound just worthy. Thieves break it down, yeah, let me work it. Think like up here, like a circuit. Tell me, show me, let me work it. Drip, drip, drip like an IV. Icy, cold but spicy. Drip, drip, drip like an IV. Icy, cold but spicy. Drip, drip, drip like an IV.
What is next in line?